Hey, I'm Davis, and this is my story. I never meant to cause you. I've always loved music. Always loved music, even when I was like a teenager, right? But I really didn't get into playing music till I got into college. I had a roommate who had an acoustic guitar. I asked him if he would teach me how to play one song. Just one song. That's when I learned Purple Rain. Guitar just kind of became an obsession for me. And instead of going to class, I would practice like 10, 12 hours a day, learning new songs every day. It was a new thing that I had found that I was passionate about. You know, it took me back to that feeling of like being a child again, you know. But I got into music, and within a couple of years, I had formed a band. During those days, I really got into the scene, into the partying scene, more than I got into the music. The great thing about music was, you know, I'd finally found some acceptance. I think I'd been looking for it my whole life, and when I started playing guitar, it didn't matter where I was, what bar I was in, what club I was in. There was always somebody there who would accept me. But more than anything, I picked up some bad habits along the way. I started drinking pretty heavy because it went hand in hand. You know, the great thing about playing in bars is part of it is you get free drinks, and I took advantage of that. I started doing every imaginable thing that I could do that would just fill this hole in my heart, fill this void in my life. When the band broke up, I dove headlong into addiction. Got into the drug scene pretty heavy. By the time I was 25, I was a daily cocaine addict and an alcoholic. The music eventually stopped. I pawned all my guitars, I pawned all my instruments. It all went out the window for the addiction. I had one friend that I'd met in line for Prince tickets a few years earlier, and his name was Robbie. And I would call him real late at night. I'd be drunk or stoned, and he would take the time to listen to me and just tell me that he loved me. He was one of the last people that would ever pick up the phone for me. Finally wound up moving to New York, of all places. Little southern boy in New York City. And that's where it all really started to end for me. I was just doing whatever I could do to get my next high. And that's when I woke up. I remember one morning waking up on a park bench in Jersey City, and I was broken beyond belief. And I tried to kill myself a couple times, and even failed at that. So I called my friend Robbie, you know, the guy that I met in line for Prince tickets, and he said, "Man, don't give up." He said, "We'll get you a bus ticket back to Knoxville." And he did. He got me a bus ticket back to Knoxville, and his parents somehow got me a spot in the Knoxville Area Rescue Ministries men's program. My friend Robbie said, "Hey man, how would you like to go to church with me?" I was like, "Church? Whoa, 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 whoa. Church isn't, I mean, you know, Robbie, you don't know where I've been for the past few years. You don't know what I've done. If there's a God, there's no way that if I walk in that building, it's not gonna just explode." Robbie said, "Man, come on, it's just a motivational speaker." I was 27 and homeless. I thought I could use some motivation, so I went with him. And that was the night that I heard the gospel. That was the night that I heard the good news. That was the night that I heard that I had a heavenly Father that accepted me just like I was. Flaws, brokenness, shame, all of it. And he met me right there. He didn't wait for me to get good and churched up and cleaned up. He didn't even wait for me to get sober. That's the night that God came into my heart, came into my life, and began to change me.